Hello there everyone, and welcome to episode 1 of Richmond Park. Now, let's address the elephant in the room here. This is episode 2, technically. Yes, there was a previous episode 1, titled Built to be Bad. However, as the name almost prophesized, that episode is terrible. It was really boring. It was pretty much just paths with a tiny bit of coaster at the end. But it was really boring. I didn't think it really set a good first impression for this series. So I've opted to just scrap that episode. Well, not scrap it. Redo episode 1. Make this episode 1, because this is actually a more interesting and exciting video than that one was. If you want to go back and watch it, it's now labelled as the prologue. I don't know if that's the right word for it, but it's bonus content, in short. It's extra things you can go and watch. If you're really interested in how paths and stuff go down, boy have I got a video for you. Anyway, on to this episode, the actual episode 1, a shock to the system. This episode will see this coaster be built. I'm saying this a lot. This coaster being the Vekoma family boomerang, which was constructed at the end of the prologue. And I'm going to notify you now, I am going to say prologue a lot in this video. Let's have a fun drinking game, guys. Take a shot every time I say prologue. Actually don't, you'll be on the floor within 5 minutes. But either way, yeah, this coaster was built right at the end of the prologue after 15 minutes of enthralling path content. And the initial theming went in, those electrical towers. And here we are. We're finishing the theming. I say we, you didn't do anything. You just sat there and watched. Lazy. I'm finishing the theming, all me. But here we go. Either way, look at this. The station building is going in. It is a very simple building. I do not enjoy building stations in the slightest. I've never been good at it, and it's always just a really big job to do. Like, oh, they just take absolutely forever, and I've just never really been a fan of them. But either way, I'm gonna try at least kind of hard for this series. While I build the theming in the background, I'm gonna run through my voiceover style for this, because you will have noticed, if you haven't noticed by now, there is very minimal editing here. I do, of course, cut like things out if I just genuinely run out of things to say. But it's very throw myself at the mic for 20 minutes. It's not the best way around it, I'll definitely admit. But I feel like it's better than having a script, because I really don't like writing. Oh well, I don't like writing scripts. It's really hard to write a script to this, because I'd have to like keep track of what's going on at every possible moment and keep to that pace. It's terrible. I also sound really unnatural when I'm talking from a script. Whereas if I just sort of have like an idea of what I'm saying, but I can just ramble like this, I feel like it comes across as more natural, and it gives you a better like raw idea of what I'm thinking within the series, without being like an overly processed thought. Hello, that man's face is very close to the screen. That's another thing as well. Because I haven't seen this footage for about a day usually. That's about how I think that's how the production process is going to go. I will not have seen the building for about a day, so I forget everything that happens in this. I forget everything that happened 5 minutes ago. I'm going to forget everything that happened in this video. So it kind of has that additional fun element of, I don't think it is fun for you lot, but it has that additional element of it kind of feels like you're sat in a room watching this with me there. Because I mean, I'm watching this with you pretty much. I don't remember anything I did in this. It's like I'm reacting live pretty much. But I just feel like this more unfiltered, unprocessed style works better for this series. I mean, well, feel free to shout at me if it doesn't. But I just feel like it better gets across how I actually think and feel about this series without having to think for ages about how to write it into a script, if that makes any sense. Anyway, off of that for a minute, because we're back to the game. As you can see, I'm putting in some cables between the towers, and my god, I love these cables. Being the only person in the room right now who knows what the final product looks like, oh my god, I love the cables. Sorry, you're going to hear me glaze these cables to another degree throughout this whole video. Yeah, in short, I love them. I just think they did so much for the area. As you can see, there's a third electrical tower going in. Why is this one grey? I don't know, you tell me. I can't for the life of you tell you why I made this one grey. I just thought it would fit in better, or it would stand out enough. I don't know. That one's grey for some reason. Why not? But either way, the wires are connecting up, and I'll say again, they did an incredible job of tying this whole thing together. Before, it felt a little bit all over the place. second those wires went in, oh my god, what a change. I'm a wire enthusiast now, by the way. Look at that. This is what I'm about. I haven't seen this footage. I forgot that we got that lovely cinematic shot of it in the sun for a second there. Oh. Anyway, back to my... Because I have a small list of talking points. It's kind of a nice middle ground between completely improvised and a script. I have a list of things I need to run through throughout the course of this episode. So I'll get on to how this series is going to work. So the series is a fixed length. From this point onwards, it's 5 episodes. So it's episode 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, if you couldn't guess. This, of course, being episode 1. Not the prologue. That is not episode 1. Don't believe what they tell you. So the series is, to be honest, this is kind of a test series. Hence why it's very short and it's a little bit... I don't know how to describe it, really. But it is a test, really, because... I'm going to let you in on a secret here. Don't tell anyone else. But after this one, I might take like a week off from it. And then I might just immediately go into another Planet Coaster series. Because honestly, I love these videos so much. I love making these videos. It's really refreshing from how I use my usual videos. Because like, I know it's quite not the mindset you need to have if you're going to YouTube. But if you're going to use... Sorry, I only just picked up on that. It's not the mindset you need to have if you're going to do YouTube. That videos feel a bit like a chore, but just like the regular format of videos, they feel like a lot of work to me. Whereas this, if you're gonna, I mean, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. This is a really easy video to make. This whole series, the whole Planet Coaster series, is so easy to make. It's literally just you sit there, record the game for like I think I do about 2 hours, speed it up, and then just yammer on over it. I'm not gonna lie and say this is an easy series. This is a hard series to make. It's very easy, but honestly, I really enjoy it because I mean, no one ever really sees what I build in Planet Coaster, so I think just this opportunity to like kind of share that out is really exciting to me because I don't know, alright, I don't want to toot my own horn too much here, and I do not like bigging myself up much, but I like to think I'm semi-decent at the game, and I think every now and again, I do a pretty good piece of theming. As you'll see here, I'm really proud of this build. I love how this coaster came out. But the problem is, no one ever gets to see that. So by doing a series like this, I get to probably run through my thoughts and put it out there, you know? Either way, well, so I've gotten very off topic here. Yes, so how is this series going to work? Like I say, 5 episodes. It's going to kind of run through the history of this park, but out of order. So this is not the first coaster the park got. This is... Actually, I'm not gonna reveal which one, partly because I don't know. But the way it's gonna work is that each episode, if you look closely in the bottom right corner of the thumbnail, there is a little clock with a number in it. That number displays the chronological order at which things happened. So this one is episode 3 chronologically. Obviously, don't go watch them chronologically because nothing will make sense. It's gonna be all out of order. But it's just those are the order of events for this park. So this. In this 5-episode series, this coaster was put in bang in the middle. So like, in like the park's lifespan, this coaster was put in halfway through. I hope that made sense, and I'm not going to explain it again. If you were here, you heard it, and that is that. I'm not going to explain that ever again. Anyway, back to what we're doing. As you can see, I'm putting the details on the train, and I do love the trains. There is a detail I put on the front. Like the ride's logo gets put on the front, except you didn't... For some reason, I forgot to record that bit, so that's just lost to time. But the ride's logo is on the front. And speaking of which, I think it's about time. The ride's name and logo are about to go in. That's right, the suspense. What am I gonna name it? Well, wait 5 minutes and you'll find out. But now, I think the name I've gone for is... Obviously, it's not a masterclass in naming, because I'm not very good at naming rides. But you know what? I think it's a good enough name for this ride. And I actually almost tried with the logo, which is more than I can say for every other time I played this game. If there's 2 things in this game I hate building, it's station buildings and ride signs. I'm so bad at both of them, and I just don't enjoy it much. Ride signs are a thing of like, they're usually the last thing I put in, so it's very, oh my god, I can't be bothered to just let me open this ride already. So it's just sort of like the pre-made, what's it called, the editable text object, slapped on to a sign. And here it is! There we go, look at that, big reveal. The ride's name is Vault. Not Vz, like I'm writing here. I don't know what I'm doing. There we go, right, it's gone. But yeah, the ride's name is Vault. I feel like that's a nice, simple name that goes nicely for an electric-themed vekoma family boomerang, which is a very specific thing to be naming. But I think the name's good, personally. Either way, back to my list of points, answering us on about earlier. This series is short because it's sort of a test. It's just sort of a test of this format of this Planet Coaster series. Do I enjoy doing it? I already know the answer is yes. So I won't lie. After this ends, like I said, there will probably be another series pretty much straight after because I do love doing this. I'm not going to give away any details on what that series is going to be. You're just going to have to trust me. It will probably be worse than this one, knowing me. I'll probably go for more of a tradition. Oh, look at me, I'm already giving away details after I've just said I'm not going to give away details. But either way, it's probably going to be a more traditional Planet Coaster series of just me building a big park instead of this weird out-of-order storytelling thing I'm doing. I don't know. I know I said a lot of bad stuff about that kind of series in the prologue, but I think looking at it, I think that's probably what I need to do. Like, just to showcase what I can do when I'm not, like, restricted by what would Richmond Park realistically have built. If I can just build a big, proper, realistic, but a big, proper park that feels like it was built 2 days ago and it just opened and it's got all these big rides, I feel like that could properly show off what I can do instead of this park, which is intentionally, as the prologue said, built to be bad. This park is not built to be good. So I think the next series will probably have me building a properly good park. Anyway, the ride sign is currently going in, and you're about to watch me struggle for 10 minutes to put a second fully black sign behind it to make it more readable. Yeah, I don't know why that took me so long. I've been playing this game for, what, if we're combining Planet Coaster 1 and 2, probably over 100 days worth of hours, and I can't copy a sign. Smoothly done, me. Where'd that guy go? Get back to work! Get back in that building right now! No, he's run off. Can't believe it. Unbelievable. I'm firing that man immediately. Anyway. This series is... So I was thinking of doing weekly videos, but frankly, the wait from last Tuesday to this Tuesday to upload this one, it has felt so long, so I might just switch to 2 a week. I might do Tuesday and maybe either Thursday or Friday. You'll find out when episode 2, which one it's going to be. But here we go. The station theming is going in. And like I say, I've never been good at stations, so it's going to be probably not the best one you've ever seen. But, I mean, I think it could have gone worse, personally. I've definitely built worse stations in my time. That being probably the times that I don't build a station. That's right, guys, I admit it, I have been guilty of that a few times. I just haven't built a station for a ride. I've just left it as is, or I've built a very, very minimal station. Like, just covered up the bottom bit and called it a day. When I tell you I don't like building stations, what's happened to me? Oh, no, okay, I'm back. I was going to say, I just froze for a minute then. Where'd I go? Like I say, I don't really enjoy building stations. It's not... It just seems like a really daunting task for me every time, and it's just... It never ends up looking good, but I don't think this one's that bad. As you can see, it's the stick from the electric tower above, connected by all these wires into the walls. I don't know. I think it has quite a nice electrical aspect to it. I don't know why I said it like that. Electrical! What am I doing? Anyway, another thing on the structure of this series. I know this is very all over the place, so I keep the voiceover... Like I say, the voiceover is going to be very... I talk about something when I know what I'm going to talk about. But into the structure of this series again. All 5 episodes are already planned. I know roughly what I'm going to build in each of them, but I don't know the details. I don't know exactly what's going to be built in all of them. I just know roughly what each of them will have and where that will fit in. So, you'll see next episode something more exciting than this will go in. I know, right? I can't believe it either. Except I can, because I'm doing it. But yeah, something more... slightly bigger coaster, maybe. I mean, well... Don't tell anyone, but if you stick around to the end of the video, there might even be a small teaser thing of what that coaster's going to be. Ooh, don't tell anyone. Stop telling people. No, you've told people. Oh, great. Now they all know that there's something at the end of this video. Anyway, enough about that. As you can see here, I'm building a, what are they? Storage? It's not really a cabinet. It's just a set of shelves, but guest storage stuff. Because I've never really built these before. I don't build these usually, but I do love the impact that they make. I feel like they're kind of they're subtle, but they're very good. Especially just placing items that completely just do not match the theme, so they're very clearly from guests all over them. I don't know. I think it makes them more realistic. Oh, I forgot to do the operator's cabin. No, I was gonna. Alright, I'm gonna have to do that off camera. I'm not gonna touch this coaster again on camera because, frankly, there's been 1.5 episodes dedicated to it, and nobody wants to see this coaster anymore. So yeah, I'm not gonna touch it again on camera. Crazy. No, I'm not gonna touch this coaster again on camera. But whoa, hang on a minute. I'm not done the POV yet. Look at this. Okay, fine. You get an early sped up POV of what the coaster's gonna look like. Either way, I can sense it that the time lapse is gonna come to an end very, very soon. After I put the soundtrack in, that is. Oh, another thing about the soundtrack. They got rid of my favourite soundtrack from the first game. It would have been perfect for this. It was called Action Coaster. But they've gone and removed it. It's not in the second game, unless I just can't see it. But anyway, I've gone for Friendship Drive Engage, to which, in retrospect, is probably better for this coaster. It's more ambient than action-filmed, like Action Coaster was. Anyway, I'll see you in real time in the park right now. And here we are, outside Vault in real time. Oh, look, that's good timing. There it goes, up there. Look, there's the theming piece you didn't get to see going in the time-lapse on the front of the train. And you know what? Let's go for a queue walkthrough, because honestly, I love how this coaster came out. Here it goes. Look at that. Twists and turns over the queue line, over the airtime hill, under the wires. Oh, I love the... hello. I love the wires. That's right. I talked about that enough in the time-lapse, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, as we head through, we of course have this theming piece here. Oh, there it goes again. Hello. Oh, hang on. I could probably do with a bit more area fencing here. You could definitely touch the track there and get your fingers sliced off. But either way, hopefully no one's going to do that before I put the fence in. Anyway, as we head through here, you can hear the soundtrack in the background. If I shut up for a second, watch this. Never mind, you can't hear it here. Wait, I'm backtracking through the queue to where the soundtrack is louder. Hang on. Hold. Now I'm going to shut up. Watch this. You might have been able to hear that. I don't know if I've got it turned up enough, but there's a chance you heard that. Anyway, I think, yeah, like I said, in retrospect, I think it works better than Action Coaster. That's it, guys. I'm going to admit it. Action Coaster wasn't the best soundtrack for once. Anyway, okay, there it goes again. Lightning fast operations. Look at that. It's already out again. Anyway, here I go through this cattle pen. And actually, I want to talk about this. This is something I've never done before, and I don't know why. Oh, wait, let me hop out. Oh, look at that. So, not even the coaster, just... Okay, sorry, this reaction is going to seem really overdone for what this actually is. But just look at this. The outside path here, connecting directly up to the queue path, with a transparent fence in here. I don't know why, but that specifically is something I absolutely love. Like the Swarm does it, and I love that. But just look at that. I love how that's turned out. I haven't seen it properly from this angle before. And just the entire thing from this angle, really. I mean, of course, I'll say it again, the wires are doing heavy lifting here. But just the whole coaster, the presentation of this whole thing, I really like it. And as much as I don't like to big myself up like this, I think I've done a good job. I think I've done this might be one of my better coasters I've built. Which, I mean, I'm going to look back on this in a month and think, God, that's awful. And be wondering, how is this one of the best I've ever built? But I think just... like the less is more kind of thing I did with this, like I don't think I really over themed it. It's just sort of like there's like the individual theming pieces and that's it. It doesn't really have much else. Either hop back into the queue, through this lovely. Oh, look at that! I can't get over that. I love that. It's incredible. Anyway, as we head through the queue, we'll just run through this bit. This is just more boring cattle pen. As we head up into the station. Oh, hello. Who are you? I forgot I opened... Sorry, I forgot. I opened the coaster for a minute, and these people are just stuck here. Thank you, Frontier. Your game works flawlessly. Yeah. Yeah, I opened it... You're here! Hello! Okay, right. Of course, that was a... Hello. Oh, hello. Yeah. Either way, yeah, these people are all stuck in here. But either way, yeah, I opened it up briefly, just see people on it. And I've closed it again for some reason. Don't ask me why I did that. I couldn't tell you. Either way, we're going to go for a POV once it comes back into the station. And here we go on the front row of Vault. As we head backwards, say hello to all the people looking the wrong way, and why are all the air gates open? You tell me. Thank you, Frontier. Once again, your game works flawlessly. Anyway, here we go, dropping down that backwards spike. As we head through the station, the thing on top sparked. I don't know if you can see it. Head over the queue, and then under here, get our photo taken. We go round this helix, round the big electrical tower, under the pipes. Up here, see the very original theming piece on the end of the spike, before dropping back and doing the whole thing again backwards. Like I say, I really like how this coaster's come out. even if it's not the most exciting coaster, you know, it's not the most thrilling layout, I think it's been dressed up nicely. I think it's a good coaster, personally. I would ride this, which isn't saying much considering I would ride literally any coaster. But either way, I think it's turned out quite nicely. Anyway, what are you doing out here? There's nobody operating the ride. That's your job. Either way, as we head down the exit path with these lovely pipes, I do need to put something here. I don't know what I'm going to, but I need something here because it's a bit of a blank, boring wall. But anyway, I feel like there's only really one way to truly appreciate this coaster, and that's to see it at night. So the whole lighting package on the train truly shows itself off. Watch this magic trick. Wow, look at that. I'm definitely not stood in the same spot. Look at that. As if by magic, it's turned to night. I haven't done any of the area lighting yet. That will be done off camera. I'll do that later. Either way, I think we just need to come through the queue and wait for the coaster to pass over. Because just the lighting package on this well, once again, it's very subtle, but I do love it. So anyway, here it comes. Look at the lights all over the train. But it's not really about the lights on the train. It's how it lights up the area around it that I find really cool. Ready? Here it comes. Look at that. Wow. That's actually... Okay, that's a lot less lighting than I remember there being. Either as it heads through there, it goes with the... What did you see that? Hang on. Hold on. Let me slam my head through a wall quickly. Look, hang on. It, like, probably lights up the smoke. Oh no, hang on. Okay, it lights up the wall behind the smoke, but it looks like it's lighting up the smoke, and that's... Look... Oh, I love that. That looks so cool. Oh, hello. Hello. Whoa there. I'm not going to do a nighttime POV because we don't have all the hours in the day for that. But either way, that is it for a shock to the system. Except no, it's not, because there's one more thing.